What is up, everybody? I'm No Lux Given here with your afternoon snap, and welcome to the Savage Land. We've got a brand new season of Marvel Snap, and my first location in my first game was actually Savage Land, so I figured this would be a fun one to showcase. It's also a pretty fun game, though, as well. We've got Baxter Building as location number 2, and on turn 3, that location is going to be the Vault. And I'm also running my Devil Dinosaur Quinjet list that I used to hit Infinite last season. On turn 3, we're going to see a snap from my opponent, and I think this is going to be a pretty common occurrence. The turn 3 snap, which sets up for the brand new Season Pass card, Zabu. Ongoing, your 4 cost cards cost 2 less. This thing is super powerful, and I think a lot of this season is going to be spent trying to figure out how we can beat that thing. Just like last season, I was trying to figure out how to beat Silver Surfer the whole time, but Zabu seems really strong. At the same time, I think this deck, and specifically this hand, has the tools to be able to beat it. We've got Arrow, Leader, and Devil Dinosaur, which are all just really strong cards in this deck. On this turn, I'm going to throw 2 cards into the Vault, and this is where things start to get a little bit scary because my opponent can just play 2 4-cost cards into the Vault. So they're definitely getting a little bit of a lead over us, though they don't actually take full advantage. They're just going to play a Crystal, not middle lane, because we just drew them 2 cards from Maximus, so they obviously like their hand, and then they play a Psylocke to set up for some nice cards on this 5th turn. And I'm thinking they're probably going to try to battle for the Vault at least a little bit more, and we can throw my opponent off by forcing them to play to the Baxter Building. The other thing that making them play to the Baxter Building is going to do is if they play 3 cards this turn, they won't be able to again play 3 cards next turn. So I felt like that could be a fun little gotcha moment here with the Arrow, and I had no idea just what exactly my opponent was setting up. This would have been a really sick play from my opponent. They were going for an Enchantress into the Vault to win that location, and then the Vault was going to close, and they were going to Spider-Man plus Absorbing Man, my other 2 locations. Now, luckily, all that they've done is now lock down the Baxter Building, but this is still a pretty close game because right now, I can't play in the Baxter Building, and I'm only winning the Vault by 4. So my opponent has to stay in it here if they can win the Baxter Building, because that will also allow them to win in the Vault. So a really close one. However, Leader is going to allow me to clutch this one out. We can just throw Leader into the Savage Land, and then we'll grab a copy of whatever my opponent plays this turn and stay on top. But a really close game, I think, and certainly a fun way to kick off the new season, defeating Zabu.